Hi, I'm Bee Brooks.
And I'm Allie Bourgeois.
Welcome to Yogi and the Bee.
Welcome to our second episode.
Yay! Episode 2, hopefully, for everyone. Thanks for giving us a second chance.
Yes, thank you. We are going to do so much better.
Just step by step, be patient.
1, 2, 3.
Because we sure are being patient, aren't we?
We sure are.
Wow. So after listening to our first episode, trying to piggyback on it a little bit, I think that a lot of our episodes are going to be how different we are.
Yeah.
But
I think that's interesting.
It's interesting. And they come with a ton of funny stories related to that. And I think as we're growing older, we can kind of laugh and remember maybe why we did the things we did. And yeah, how they kind of play out in our adult life. Absolutely. So it's kind of fun.
Yes.
So introvert, extrovert was kind of the yin yang last week. And I think another interesting subject might be what makes us feel safe as adults, and how did we feel safe or did we not feel safe when we were kids? And I think, Allison, we reflected on this not too long ago, is you used to ask me why after church you would try to find me after the service was over, and I was literally hiding from you because I knew you were going to ask me to come over after church and I didn't want to.
Oh my gosh. It was, first of all, being a preacher's kid was, I'm sorry, worst job in the world. Everybody stared at you and you felt paranoid constantly. And the person that you loved most in the world at that time would hide from you when you wanted her to come home so y'all could laugh nonstop for the whole afternoon. So where were you hiding? Were you under the church benches or?
I was hiding behind my grandmother.
Oh, wow. And did she know you were hiding from me?
I would just kind of remember, I could picture you coming down the hall and I would literally go like behind her legs. You know, I was 5 or 6. And I was like, oh, I hope she doesn't find me. I hope she doesn't find me. And I apologize if that was really hurtful to you.
Oh, you know what? You're forgiven. I totally understand it. And this story is going to help others understand why you were hiding from the preacher's kid.
Yeah. So don't feel bad, because you weren't the only place that I didn't feel safe going as a kid. And I realized that maybe that was why I wasn't just, oh, of course I'll come. I can't wait. And no right or wrong here and no judgment. I just think our households were very different, especially on Sundays after church.
Oh, wow. Bang, bang.
Boom, chicka, boom, boom. So, yeah, I mean, it's just like we would have the baked chicken and the rice and gravy and grandma's homemade rolls after church. And then the few times I'd go to your house, I just couldn't really find any adults, and you and I were just kind of hanging out.
Or food. I mean, did we eat?
What was in your pantry?
Yeah. I mean, anyone that knows me from age 5 onwards, there was no food in my house except little balls of aluminum foil in the refrigerator that someone had tried to open like the 10th time and it's falling apart.
Oh my God.
My mother loved, she's still with us, by the way, loved aluminum foil. She never went to cling film ever. Ever. So yeah, you would come over and I would have the whole afternoon planned in my head of fun and games and all the stuff that I love to do. Yes, no parents around. So there would be creek walking.
Yes, walking in the creek,
Uh-huh.
jumping on the
And jumping on the
trampoline.
trampoline and just laughter.
Yes, lots of
Okay,
laughter.
lots of laughter. Yes, but B,
And
why didn't you
then,
like that?
well, I did, but then when we got tired, we would come inside and try try to find just a morsel of food or maybe just a cup of water, and we'd go in the living room
Cup of water.
to just be silly and relax. And I would look on the coffee table in the living room, and there was this, most people have like history books of Washington, D.C. or the national parks, but this book was called The Joy of Sex.
Oh my gosh. The joy of sex.
I thought, maybe we'll just flip through these pages, Allison. And I was petrified.
What was inside this book of The Joy of Sex?
There were pictures of naked men and women in precarious positions.
Yoga positions?
This was not, we weren't to yoga quite yet.
Well, it was a huge part of my life. And I do not know why it was there, who made the decision to put it there. But it was when you would come over and play, maybe age 6, 7. What year was that? Was that 69, 68? So wait, no.
No, we're in the early 70s.
I'm not strong in math.
Let's go ahead. Maybe 72, 73-ish.
Okay.
Early 70s.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And I think that was kind of the impact. Cool thing. Yeah, it was like, here we are, we're cool. And this is what we're going to put on our coffee table. How did that make you feel? Besides scared? I mean, were you like,
these people are freaks
immediately? And all of a sudden your stomach hurt and you called your mom to go home.
And I would say, hey, could I use your phone real quick?
And I would hide the phone.
I would do that at everybody's house. I mean, come on.
Oh.
I'm precious baby angel, whether to a fault, actually. Sure. But again, don't be offended because I did it at other people's houses. Some people's house, I would sneak out of the window in the middle of the night.
Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me?
And walk home, and their mother would wake up and say, hey, didn't Bee spend the night? Where is she? And I would walk home. Man, so clearly I did not feel safe spending the night away from home.
Yes. And why do you think that is? Let's go there. What made you feel safe?
Things were just different. There wasn't a lot of there wasn't really at my house either, but I was going to say adult presence.
So there was an adult presence at your house either?
Well, there was. It was just, it's not like we all just hung out in the same room and looked at each other. I mean, we would eat lunch, I guess. Mm-hmm. And then, I don't know, I guess everything was pretty predictable.
Oh.
Well,
so be back to Kodiak Drive. What else made you uncomfortable? About being at my house? Was it
sometimes
the fact that what?
You would play the theme music to piano. You would play the theme music on the piano to the horror movie Halloween. Just constant, nonstop. And
probably because you said, "Oh my God, that scares me," and I thought being scared was like what the part where I was going. I mean, let's get scary, let's get weird.
And then the more I said that, you would continue to play it. Yes, just nonstop. Anyway, these are things that most children, and I am over it, but it's just reflecting back to the sex thing. Don't panic, everybody. This is not about sex.
No.
However, as we mentioned in the first episode, we went to elementary school together, and
We did.
we were in fact in the same class in second grade. Miss Webster, she was such a dear.
Oh my gosh. Our teacher that let us sing in front of the class every morning before school. And what was that song be?
Delta Dawn, what's that flower you have on? Could it be
Huh?
a faded rose?
Could it be? Delta Dawn is on our Spotify playlist.
Oh, please listen to our playlist. It's really
so
fun and takes you back.
It does.
For those of you that maybe in our general age area.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's also called Yogi and the Bee, right?
It is. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, back to the lunch line.
Mm-hmm.
Waiting in the lunch line. I think it was probably a Friday because that's the day they had the pizza and the corn and the salad, which we were very, very fond of.
Oh my gosh. I could have a piece right now.
Anyway, something came up about, I don't know, the coffee table book, or it was before Christmas. And I was maybe inviting her to our Christmas Eve party. I don't know, but she says, well, there is no Santa Claus. I said, what? No Santa Claus. There's also no Easter Bunny.
Oh, sorry, Bee.
Then she says, and you're going to have your period when you're in 7th grade or before.
Oh.
And then I guess the final straw was, that coffee table book, The Joy of Sex. That's how babies are born.
Oh, Bee.
There's no stork. 7 years old. She hits me with all of these life-changing moments.
Listen, you needed to know. You needed to know.
And she wants me to come over? Listen, I'm painting it out to be horrible. It wasn't. I had some great times over there. And
well, thank you.
Music.
You. I appreciate you saying
saved
that.
us.
You were bitten by my dog.
And her dog bit me in the nose.
Yes.
But that music, boy, we did some dancing.
Oh, in the 45s. Okay,
yes.
So you'll see on the Spotify, I say our 45 collection. And
dancing.
Oh, we might be singing in a couple of episodes. You never know. I mean, I don't think we could break any rules with copyright if you sing.
If you sing, you just can't. Yeah. What were some childhood memories for you that maybe you didn't feel super safe?
Oh my gosh. My home.
Oh.
My brother was really scary. And, he was 9 years older than me. And my sister was 6 years older than me. And it was just, it felt like they were all doing grown-up things. And there wasn't a lot of, safe kid space for me ever. And I was always on my own. I remember age 10, my parents decided that they didn't need to get a babysitter anymore. So that was petrifying. So I stayed in the bathroom in the middle of the house, almost like a, hurricane or tornado situation, get into the center of the house without windows. I just stayed in that bathroom until they got home. But I just think they just kind of shifted out of being parents to wanting a break. Just like, all right, you're going to be fine. And that's
they're
nice
here
that
now. Now what?
Confidence of me, being able to take care of myself. That's nice. We're going to talk about this in detail down the road, but my brother's best friend, I thought they were, going to get married, lived next door, and she was murdered. And that was around when I think, what was the year? I can't remember. Maybe 76.
I think it was because we would have been 10-ish.
Yeah. So that shook all of our world. And you know how sometimes stress will bring families together. Sometimes stress just tears
the opposite
apart. Mm-hmm. I really do feel like that did it for our family.
Well,
I really do. So
yeah,
I know. And,
it's huge.
not having food was, a very sad part to me because my favorite thing in the world to do is to eat. And as
Mm.
y'all know from last week's episode, to dance. So if I could eat a pizza whilst dancing, nirvana,
Oh my gosh.
nirvana.
Wait, I forgot.
Oh,
Camp Pioneer.
oh,
You want to talk
see,
about,
see.
wow.
Mm.
So, how many weeks did you stay at Camp Pioneer?
As long as they let me. I had 3 solid meals a day.
A roof over your head with
And
lots of,
someone asking me how I'm doing.
oh my
I
gosh.
don't remember. I was a trailblazer, Bee. I don't know if you remember that.
Hmm.
And what were
I,
you? What were you, Bee?
I was a Pathfinder.
Okay.
I mean, I think the names of and that define which session our parents picked for us. And I barely made it a week. And the goodbye was just dramatic. I found, God bless her soul, my mother made me a baby book. And I found postcards that I wrote to them. I was gone a week.
Oh my gosh. Could you read one right now?
Not right now.
Okay.
I'm not prepared. But
Okay.
so I think in the name of the session, Trailblazer or Pathfinder, I think it kind of speaks volumes.
Yeah, it kind of sums us up right there.
Yeah.
Right there.
Trailblazer.
Oh my God, I loved it so much. Okay, so however many weeks I was there.
I think it was a minimum 2.
Okay. So the pickup, I don't even remember saying goodbye to my parents, but Joy Baker's mom would pick me up, and I don't think she liked me very much because I had explosive diarrhea on her boat. And she would drive me up. She was very silent, and I was silly in the back seat, but I never felt silly around her. And we would get up there, and I felt like I was home, and we were going to be hiking and rock climbing and rappelling and kayaking and canoeing. We would hike up somewhere for like 2 days, and then they would come with a truck. How did they do that? We didn't have cell phones. We just knew we had to be at the certain meeting point at Tuesday at 2:00, where we would pick up our canoes.
Wow.
Then we would canoe down a river, and sometimes we would flip out and all of our stuff would be wet. I mean, I was like, how old was I? 10 years old?
You were like a hiker and a canoer and
loved it.
Outdoors.
Yeah.
Nature.
Yeah.
Wow. We didn't do that.
Oh, what did y'all do, Bee?
We did arts and crafts, which I despise to this day.
God, me too.
We did swimming, which I loved because I was a pretty good swimmer. And
oh boy. Mm-hmm.
Music. We sang. That was my favorite part because that music is my soul. It makes me feel safe and brings me joy. Oh my goodness.
But yeah, we singer. Never left. You should have been a singer.
You're really very kind. You really that church choir, we were in church choir together. Anyway. But yeah, we kind of stayed close to the dining hall and really didn't leave. And I just counted the nights until I got to go home.
Oh, Bee. Do you remember the peanut butter and the big wooden salad bowl? And
big old.
You'd walk next to and the whole thing would move. I mean, it was just oily.
I can smell that dining hall.
Oh my gosh.
But we met some good people,
oh my
neat
gosh.
people.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. My best friend in elementary school was Joy Baker.
Yeah.
And she was in my cabin. So who was your best friend at camp?
Well, my best friend at home and at camp, which is probably why I felt safe to go. Oh. Well, I mean, other than you, of course. Sorry.
Of course.
Was Cindy Jones.
Oh, that's right.
Yes. Her sister was a counselor there, Linda.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and then Joy lived across the street from them. So that's kind of what I think drew me there, that they all were going and you were going. And so it
Yeah.
was just kind of the thing to do.
Yeah. And
Different.
Cindy had the trampoline.
She did indeed. So did you. You
I
had
did. I did. I did.
Probably another tragic memory of your house. But anyway, I'm making it sound horrible, but I think as just a kid that's kind of sticks heavy. But a takeaway we could maybe leave you all with is what makes you feel safe and different from why you think some things happen to you as a child, and then what makes you feel safe as an adult. Allison, what I find to be, I hate to keep using the word ironic,
like
coincidental or whatever, is you're such a great mom and you are quite the, I mean, I love your mom dearly. I do.
Yes. She's the best. Funny, sassy lady.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Really funny and sassy and sweet. You are just so different. You provide food for your children as well as all of us.
Yes.
You're a great cook, as we said before, but it's just, I mean, it's just so different. I think communication between parents and kids and your boys, y'all are just like BFFs, best friends.
Oh my gosh. I
and talk about everything.
To have everything I did not. I mean, when I started my period, I hid it from my family. I wanted my boys to feel like they could tell me anything, and they did. And I didn't ever show anything. I mean, sometimes I felt just like, oh my God, this is so hard. But I just used humor and was like, oh, that's no big deal. I wanted them to always feel like whatever they were feeling was okay.
And feel safe enough to tell you and talk to you and communicate with you.
So important to me. But thank you, Bee. I can say that about my life, that's the one thing I'm most proud of, is being a mother and raising and my family. So thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. It's so, it's so fun to see.
Thank you.
And, you know, when we were hanging out as you were a young mother, I mean, I would just leave there sometimes in awe, like, okay, I'm going home to my golden retriever, whom I love dearly, but wow, just how different. And
yeah. Well, I hate the word blessed, but I do feel blessed that they chose me.
Oh my gosh.
To be their mother. Little Yogi.
Little Yogi statement there. Yeah.
So Bee, what makes you feel safe in your life that maybe you didn't feel? I mean, how have you made your life in such a way that you always feel safe?
Of course, my partner makes me feel very safe and secure. My friends are super, super important to me. And of course, my family makes me feel safe. And my little tutory puppies. But I think back to last week, you know, I'm real stable. I don't change much. That clearly must make me feel safe because I'm not a huge risk taker, but I don't know. I surround myself with good people and
but I watch I watch everyone. I'm always like focused on relationships and who's doing what. And I'm just thinking about it. It's just, I'm fascinated by people and watching them. And I was watching your partner with you. She loves you. I mean, the way that she cares for you, you know, what is your love language? I mean, I think the way that she cares for you and like brings you a cup of coffee and like, I think that's her love language to you because she knows that's what makes you happy, right? Mm-hmm. Is that your love language, having people do things for you, or is it presence, or is it praise, or is it someone telling they love you?
Probably the first and the latter.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Not so much material.
Okay.
Is that what you meant by presence?
Yeah. I can't remember the different love languages. We might have to put that in our notes.
I think love language is a good one. How about you?
Great. Mine is when he makes me feel special, and it's the craziest things. It's not presents. It's not anything. It's when he sends me a text and says, just in the middle of the day, I'm thinking about you and I think you are amazing and I love you so much. And it's just like, I mean, thinking about it right now, I want to have a big cry. That somebody is thinking about me and loves me is just, oh my God, the best thing ever. I mean, if someone, even if it's a yoga student of mine that just reaches out and said, I was just thinking about you and I hope you're doing well. That's a hug to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I like that too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He loves you too.
Oh my God. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, we're lucky. We're very, very lucky. Yeah. Yeah.
So lucky.
So this episode today we're calling Trailblazer or Pathfinder. And are you a Trailblazer now? And am I a Pathfinder? I think I might be a little bit more Pathfinder at this stage. I really do.
I would agree.
And are you a Trailblazer?
I'm getting there. I'm more one than I was.
Well done, Bee.
Thanks.
That's beautiful.
Ebb and flow.
Yeah.
It's this thing called life.
Yeah. Yeah.
So listen, we want to thank you guys for listening and giving us another chance. Thanks to our
so much.
It does. Thanks to our technical director and editor, Allie Bourgeois. We have we have some help possibly coming our way. But what I wanted to tell everybody is we are on Apple, Google, and Spotify, right?
Yep. All of them.
Man, I feel famous.
Please rate, review, and please download. And I've had all of these friends reach out and go, oh my God, that was so great. I love that so much. And it's going to get better. I promise, sound wise. And then I will email them back and go, would you please rate and review? Nothing. So
I had a friend give us 5 stars. True that.
My head just, did my head just blow off? I'm so excited. So please, in the download part, when I'm listening to all the podcast stuff,
these are the analytics
is the most important part. I don't know what it means, but please download it, whatever that means. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Thank you guys. And we'll see you next week. Well, not next week, but the following week. Right?
Indeed. Yes. I'm getting hangry, so I'm going to have to sign out here.
Well, there goes our timer. That was like the perfect timing. So,
okay. Bubbles and bye-bye.
Namaste.